welcome to the youva rasika being presented by Kalasagaram in association with Music Forum Chennai. And then in the morning we had two sessions presented wonderfully by Vidwan Sriram Parshuram on the springboarding into Manodharma from Kritis, and then Dr. Sundar presented the second session on Nabavida Bhakti in Tyagaraja Kirtis, Tyagaraja Swami Kirtis. It was well received, a good audience turnout at Andhra Pradesh Sabha. And then now today in the evening we are going to present a lecture come concert by Dr. Sundar, and then he'll be supported. There will be a vocal support by Vidushi J.B. Kirtana, and on the violin they'll be supported. They'll be accompanied by Vidushi Gayatri Shivani, and on the mridangam by our Shri D.S.R. Murthy, Dr. D.S.R. Murthy. And then that Mr. Shankar Bala, our Vice President, will say a few words on the objective of the program, and then the concept will follow.
Namaskaram to everyone. In Kalasagaram, we have been thinking for quite some time that we should be able to bring younger people onto the fold of Carnatic music. We have been planning for quite some time that we should bring younger people on board in Carnatic music. And it was God's sent that the Music Forum in Chennai has been doing such a program for quite some time. In fact, in Music Academy, they have been doing this for quite a few number of years. And they used to get about 1,200 students. And of course, out of 1,200, maybe those who have got converted to music will be 10. But you have to make a beginning somewhere. So they made a good beginning. So we thought that, it's appropriate that we join hands with them. They were planning a program in Hyderabad. So we thought that it would be appropriate that both of us, since we have unison of mind, so we should bring them to Hyderabad. And that's why we had in the morning. We had it in the campus of Andhra Pradesh because so the students can attend. And both those sections went up well. And in fact, our objective is the first step is a youva rasika. The second step is make all yuvas rasikas. Youva rasika means already a rasika. We are younger rasikas. Our objective finally is the next step. Of course, a tall order, but you have to make a beginning somewhere. And I think Kalasagaram is a platform where we can afford to do this. We can endeavor to do this. So very fortunate to have with us Dr. Sundar. In fact, in the morning, as Mr. Ramurthy was mentioning, he dwelt on Navavida Bhakti. Not only in Tyagaraja Kirtana in particular, but also other Vagyakaras. And now we have the journey with Sri Swami Dikshidhar. And those of you who may be familiar, he is from the DK school. And DK school is known for Dikshidhar Kritis actually. So there can't be a better person than Dr. Sundar for taking us with a journey with Swami Dikshidhar. He is ably supported, he will be ably supported by Devi Kirtana, who did a wonderful session in the morning as well. She was also there. Some of you might have heard Kirtana, also, or might have heard also Shruti Sagar, flute, who was actually Devi Kirtana's brother. Of course, we have our own Shivani, Gayatri Shivani. I always used to tell in this forum that every time you hear Shivani, you listen to her, she is grown by yards or miles. Very promising, Hyderabad, and she's most of the time in Chennai now. We have, of course, Nandikeshwara from Hyderabad. We have D.S.R. Murthy. We can't be a better percussionist than D.S.R. Murthy with us. So we are very fortunate to have this team. And will take us through with each other. Let's travel along with each other. Thank you. Over to Dr. Sundar.
Shri Mahaganapati Ravatumam. Shri Mahaganapati Ravatumam. Shri Mahaganapati Ravatumam. Shri Mahaganapati Ravatumam.
ಅವನತ ದೇವದಾಸಮೋಹೋ ಅವಿನಾಶ ಕೈವಲ್ಯೋ ಕಲಿಜನನುತ ಮೂಷಿಕ ಭಾಗೋ ಅವನತ ದೇವದಾಸಮೋಹೋ ಅವಿನಾಶ ಕೈವಲ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ
Namaskarams to all of you. Pranams. And the Music Forum has always been trying to increase the value of appreciation of music amongst a given population. Sir Sonamari, we go to the music academy and there we have school students. So the type of lectures or talks will be to cater to their interests or to explain a few things there. But when we come to a knowledgeable audience like this, I thought I'll talk or share some of my insights or what I experienced with the great composer Dikshidhar. The song that you just heard was one of the Shodasa Ganapati Kritigal that he composed in the temple of Tiruvarur. If you go to the temple of Tiruvarur, which is in the Tanjavur district of Tamil Nadu, now it is a separate district. Tiruvarur district is separate now. And you will see a lot of, there are Ganapati idols within the temple at different places, and it is said that Muthuswami Dikshidhar has composed kritis in each one of them, on each one of them specifically. Vatapi Ganapatim is also one of them. Gananayakam is one of them. So, likewise, your Sri Mahaganapati Ravatamam. Adala vandu you know that Kamalalaya Tatarivaso. Kamalalayam is the pond, the lotus pond. I don't know if there are lotuses now, but there must have been. So it's called Kamalalaya Tatanivaso. And he also, Dikshidhar has this penchant for describing the idol. Suvarna Karshna Vignarajam, clothed in gold. And he brings in gold because there is a story of Sundara who gave gold and Ganapati came as an Ashari. So when Dikshidhar uses certain words in his kriti, there is a meaning. It's not that the Ganapati is always with gold embellishments or adornments. He is referring to a time when the Lord Ganapati came as a goldsmith in the story related to Sundara, who was one of the Nayanmars, one of the prime ones who composed the Tevarams and sang them. In fact, Dikshidhar uses his style of giving his mudra, which is Guru Duha, and also the name of the ragam. இப்போ ஹம்சத்வனி பூஷித ஹேரம்பம்னு இருக்கும் வாதாபி கணபத்தில். So likewise, in fact, I asked my musicology master, Raja Gopalaya, how come there is Dolainu பேர் இல்லையே அப்படின்னு I asked him. He said it is indicated, Gaura Varna Vasanadharo. Gaura is, Ra and La in those days were interchangeable. So Gaura is Gaula. So this was his style, and I got interested in knowing more about. It's not there. Dikshidhar, as you know, is the one of the Trinity, and in fact the youngest. And why I started with Tiruvarur, that's where he was born. To when I change this, you just look and change. Born to his Ramaswamy Dikshidhar and Subama in Tiruvarur. The year of his birth was 1775, and he shed his mortal coils on Deepavali Day, October 21, 1835, exactly on his 60th year. The 60th year is quite significant for all of us, you know, Shashthyabda Purti. So in his Shashthyabda Purti year, on Deepavali Day, he shed his mortal coils. But between that time, he made a big mark. We all know that the golden period of our music was during the period when these contemporaries, Tyagaraja Swami, Muthuswami Dikshidhar and Shyama Shastri, who were born coincidentally in Tiruvarur, but lived in different places at various times. It is said that Dikshidhar Ramaswamy Dikshidhar and Subbamma were childless for many years, and they prayed to the Lord at Vaiteswaran Govil. And in the dreams that Subbamma had, there was a pearl necklace that came in her dreams, and the child was born to her with the divine grace of the consort of Vaiteswaran Govil. And so that is why the Murugan பேர்ல அந்த முத்துகள் எல்லாம் நிறைய இருந்ததுனால முத்துசுவாமி தீட்சிதர்னு பேர் வச்சு. How many of you know Tamil is okay, na? Sometimes I may slip into Tamil. Right. So Muthuswami Dikshidhar was a name given to him. He was the eldest of a family of 3 brothers. So Muthuswami, Chinnaswami and Baruswami, these were the 3 brothers. As the atmosphere at home, the environment at home is most important. Yeah, we all know that. So you give them an environment of music, you have music. You give an environment of science, you give the child grows up to be a scientist. So the environment for Dikshidhar was very conducive. Yana Appa musician, not only musician, composer also, and very well versed in the Vedas and Shastras. So all this combined together, Muthuswami grew up in an atmosphere of great uh, devotion, erudition, and music. He was very fortunate, and being in this family, he got a lot of Lakshya and Lakshana aspects of music were taught to him. The Guru Chidambaranatha Yogi, who was the Guru of his father, Ramaswamy Dikshidhar. Incidentally, Ramaswamy Dikshidhar is said to have invented the ragam Hamsadhwani, in which, of course, later on his son composed Vatapi Ganapati Bhaje. Chidambaranatha Yogi was a sannyasi, a yogi, and he used to travel. So he came to the house of Ramaswamy Dikshidhar and saw this young boy and said, Nala தெளிவா இருக்கானே ரொம்ப he seems to be ordained for something great. Let him come with me. அந்த காலத்துல எல்லாம் குரு சிஷ்யா the relationship used to be very different from what it is today. So the moment Ramaswamy Dikshidhar, of course, he had his own reservation. He said, okay, இங்க குரு கூட போயிடலாம். Those days going to Kasi was not a flight to Varanasi. It used to take months. And imagine giving up your son to a wandering yogi. How they go, probably Babdullah Kat in those days. So, anyhow, that was Dikshidhar's blessing, was that he could go with yogi and all the Rishi Vidya Upasaka, the Sodashakshari mantra, all these Upadeshas must have happened during this trip. Dikshidhar was also trained in the tantric form of worship, which is visible in many of his later kritis, the Navagrahas and the Navavarnams. Guru and Shishya stayed in Kasi for 6 years, and one day when Dikshidhar was taking his bath in the Ganges as directed by his Guru, a veena came. It is said the small veena, I believe it is still in display in a house in Tanjavur. This veena is a small veena which came into his hands with the name of Rama inscribed on it, and Guru, seeing this, said to Dikshidhar that you will become a celebrated Vagyakara in the future. And with his blessings, Dikshidhar remained with Chidambaranatha Yogi and came back from there after getting all his Vedic tutelage and being trained in the Vedic form of life. Then once his Guru told him, you go to the shrine of Tirthani. This is a story many of you probably know. That he came to Tirthani and Dikshidhar spent a mandalam in penance, and at the end of it, an old man came to him. He stretched out his tongue and some sweet jaggery was put on his tongue by the old man. The old man blessed him and vanished. And Dikshidhar from then on became a composer. This is the story that is, you must have heard it, it's available everywhere. But the point is that the blessings of Lord Muruga of Tirupani made him the composer that he is. And Murugan was his Ishta Devata. Of course, Dikshidhar was one of the cosmopolitan composers. He composed on every Devata. Ayyappa, Ambal Perla, then Murugan Perla, of course, Ishta Devata, then Saraswati Perla. All the pantheon of gods. Navagrahangar, correct. Even the name of the Grahas he has composed. You don't see that in Tyagaraja Swami. Tyagaraja Swami is Rama, sometimes Vishnu. Of course, there are a few other compositions also by Tyagaraja Swami, but predominantly Rama. Shama Shastri, Kekave Manda. It was all Bangaru Kamakshi Amman. Among the Trinity, that's why I put the word versatile in the first slide, because he had so much versatility and he would compose on all these gods. We will give a few examples as in this concert, but his Ishta Devata always remained Lord Muruga. The first composition that he composed was Srinathadi Guru Ho Jayati in the Ragam Maya Malagulla. Adlim Parangala, Maya Malagulla is the first Ragam we all teach our children, Sarali Varise, Janta Varise. So his first song in the Ragam Maya Malagulla. Not only that, the first part of it in the first column, then in the same line it goes into the second column, and in the same line it goes into the third column. Srinathadi Guru Jayadi Jayadi Srinathadi Guru Jayadi Jayadi Srinathadi Guru Jayadi Jayadi Srinathadi Guru Jayadi Jayadi Chidananato Gandhi Santatam Chidini Vajashi Guru Jayati Jayati Chidananato Gandhi Santatam Chidini Vajashi
mangalam karotu Shri Natadi Guru Guru Jayati Jayati Shri Chidanandana Dogamiri Sankatam Vidini Bhajashi Natadi Guru Guru Jayati Guru Guru Jayati Maya Maya Vishwadhishtano Mamadagati Madanushhtano Maya Maya Vishwadhishtano Mamadagati Madanushhtano Malini Mandalantavidamo Mantratya Japa Hamsatyano Malini Mandalantavidamo Mantratya Japa Hamsatyano Mamaka saga saga malasimo ya kaya kalakino mamaka saga saga malasimo madhurya ganamridapana Madhurya Ganamridapano Madhurya Ganamridapano Madhavadhyavaya Maya Pradano Maya Chavalita Swarupo Mati Mata Hridaya Gopuradipo Mata Suradi Jaya Pratamo Maya Madhavaduradi Desha Maya Madhavagowdadi Deshamahi Padi Pujita Pada Pradesha Maya Madhavagowdadi Deshamahi Padi Pujita Pada Pradesha Madhavadya Maya Vrinda Prakasha Maheshasya Madhagopadesha Maya Madhavagowdadi Deshamahi Padi Pujita Pada Pradesha Madhavadya Maya Vrinda Prakasha Madhagopadesha Shri Natadi Guru Jayati Jayati Shri Chidanandana Dogamiri Sankatam Vidini Bhajashi Natadi Guru Guru Jayati Guru Guru Jayati Jayati
There must have been a touch of divinity. இல்லைன்னா முதல் பாட்டு இந்த மாதிரி கம்போஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா? That's why I put the lyrics also for you. It's so complex and also encompassing the whole raga. He followed it up with the Guru Guha Vibhakti Kriti, and his second song was Manasa Guru Guha in Ananda Bhairavi.
सदा शिवं स्वाविद्या समेत जीवोद्धवम् स्वाविद्या समेत श्री गुरु चरणं कृत्वा नामस्मरणं चित्वा मोहवरणं मत्वा त्वदेक शरणं गुरु भोगरूपं भज रे
You can only sing it at this pace. I know it might sound a little dragging, but that's the way it is. இந்த மாதிரி தான் பாட முடியும். And people say that, you know, the second half of his, at the end of his kriti, it goes into second kalam and all that. So that will determine the ultimate pace of the song. All these things are there, but I am only singing the way it was taught to me. And that's the way I think it should continue. While Dikshidhar was at Kasi, he came into contact with the Hindustani, and we are talking of 300 years ago, nearly, where Hindustani school of music was also developing. At that time, the Drupad style was predominant in the north. There was a pan-Indian form of music, which around the 14th century AD got influenced by the invaders from the northwest. And there are references which say that there were two forms of music, the Hindustani and that we now know as Hindustani and Carnatic. The references from King Haripala Deva Sangita Sudha, which says that Tadapi Dvividam Geyam Dakshinottara Bhedataha. Karnatakam Dakshinesya Tatha Hindustani Tathottare. What came in the south became called as Carnatic music, and what came up as The north was Hindustani. But even that, the way it is developed today was not the way it was heard then. It must have been the way Dikshidhar himself has heard it and composed in some of the songs that are carried on. He came back and then started composing some songs that were composed in Hindustani ragas. One of them was Jai Jaivanti. Jai Jaivanti became Dujayavanti and then Dujavanti in our. It's a Hindustani raga, but now it is properly Carnaticized, if I may use the word. And it's an evolution. So long as the beauty of the raga is maintained and developed in the Carnatic form, it's fine. Again, a slow song, I'm sorry, but. You have to tread very carefully. Because இப்படி பார்த்தா சஹானா வர மாதிரி இருக்கும், அந்த பக்கத்தில் ஹரிகாம்போஜி மாதிரி. Actually in the books it says ஹரிகாம்போஜி ஜன்யம், but as far as Sriram mentioned today, it's the basic, the phrases, the murchanas that make up the raga. No point, putting it on silos like Harikambo Janyam or Kalyani Janyam and so on. It has its own Swarupa. So, Cheta Shri, கொஞ்சம் மன்னிச்சுங்க, ஸ்லோவா இருக்கும். Cheta Shri Balakrishna
संहारं पुरुषोत्तमावतारं शीतलहृदयविहारं श्रीरुक्मिणीदारं भूतना संहारं पुरुषोत्तमावतारं शीतलहृदयविहारं श्रीरुक्मिणीदारं
சரணமே முடியல.
அழகா பாடணும். No. நளின பத்ர சயனம் வட சயனம் நவ வனமாலம் நாரதாதி முனிஜாலம் நவ துளசி வனமாலம் நாரதாதி முனிஜாலம் குவலயாதி பரிபாலம் பூகுகனோத கோபாலம் நவ துளசி வனமாலம் நாரதாதி முனிஜாலம் குவலயாதி பரிபாலம் குருகுகனோத கோபாலம் சேத ஸ்ரீ सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं मजेगम् सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं मजेगम् सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं मजेगम् सोमस्कन्दं निजशुद्धवसन्तोषव विभव सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहं सोमस्कन्दं निजशुद्धवसन्तोषव विभव सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहम् रमणं भवतरणं हिमाद्रिजारमणं भवतरणं वामदेवं शरणं सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहं सोमास्कन्दं नित्यशुद्धवसन्तोत्सव विभव सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहम् करुणामृतरसजलेश्वरं वरं करुणामृतरसजलेश्वरं वरं कदम्बकानन कपालेश्वरं कदम्बकानन कपालेश्वरं मथुरापुरी विलसित महेश्वरं चिदानन्द गङ्गाधरेश्वरं मथुरापुरी विलसित महेश्वरं चिदानन्द गङ्गाधरेश्वरं परगुरु गुहेश्वरं विश्वेश्वरं हरगुरु गुहेश्वरं विश्वेश्वरं वाञ्छितार्थफलदायक चतुरं वरगुरु गुहेश्वरं विश्वेश्वरं वाञ्छितार्थफलदायक चतुरं सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहं सोमास्कन्दं निजशुद्धवसन्तोत्सव विभव सोमसुन्दरेश्वरं भजेऽहम्
It was a little fast-paced. Ilana Kochbar. So this is the same composer. He has composed many new ragams also. This is Shuddha Vasantam oru ragam. Konja rare song, not a very commonly sung song. So maybe there was a Hindustani influence, we don't know, because Shankarabharan Janyamanala Bilawal Nangarke. So maybe that influence was there. To me it sounds like an army marching, this song. So it's a different flavor. And right from his childhood, he's been traveling. Unlike Tyagaraja Swami, who remained most of the time in Tiruvayar, visited his disciples some in Chennai also. He has come Kovur. He has gone to Tirupati. All that we know. But Dikshidhar was a compulsive traveler. He and his retinue used to go from place to place. He had a sizable number of disciples. And wherever he used to go, he used to sing in the under the Kshetratala. He used to sing in praise of the Lord, and it wouldn't be like just Muruganapati illa. If you go to Tiruchendur, Sri Subramanya Mam Rakshutu will talk about the temple at Tiruchendur. If he went to Nagapatnam, he will sing Soundarajam. That would be, incidentally, that was the Vrindavan Saranga, a lot of influence of this Hindustani style. So he adopted this style of visiting different temples. We heard one where he sang in Tiruvaru, and also he visited Kanchipuram, Arunachaleshwara, Chidambaram, and so many others. Because why I have mentioned these kritis is because it is these are all Panchalinga Kshetra kritis. Kanchipuram was Chintayamakantam, Bhairavi, earth. Kalahasti was wind. She Kalahasti in Hussaini. Then you had Arunachalanatham Saranga in Tiruvannamalai. Thiruanekkaval, again, another very popular song, Jambupate, Water, Appulingam. Thiruanekkaval near Trichy, in Yamuna Kalyani, Jambupate. Chidambaram, Akashalingam. Have I completed 5? Chidambaram was Ananda Natana Prakasha. Again, a beautiful song. Maybe we should sing that. Kedaram Prakash. Vale. Vale. நிஷாதம் அப்படிதான் கொடுக்கணும். ஆனந்த நடன பிரகாசம் ஆனந்த நடன பிரகாசம் சீதபேஷம் ஆனந்த நடன பிரகாசம் சீதபேஷம் ஆனந்த நடன பிரகாசம் சீதபேஷம் நடன பிரகாசம் சீதபேஷம் ஆசயாமி சிவகாம வல்லீஷம் ஆனந்த நடன பிரகாசம் சீதபேஷம் ஆசயாமி சிவகாம வல்லீஷம் Banu
சங்காசம் முக்தி முக்தி பிரதம் தரகாசம் முக்தி முக்தி பிரதம் தரகாசம் நீன ஜன சம்ரக்ஷண சரணம் நீன ஜன சம்ரக்ஷண சரணம் திவ்ய பதஞ்சலி வியாகிரபாத தர்ஷித குந்திதாக சரணம் நீன ஜன சம்ரக்ஷண சரணம் திவ்ய பதஞ்சலி வியாகிரபாத தர்ஷித குந்திதாக சரணம் பாணி சகஜனோதசனிமி ஜம் தரித சமகம பாணி மக தஜனோதக மகம மபசானி தஜம் தரி மக தரி கிண தோமானந்த நடன பிரகாசம் ஜீவேஷம் ஆශ්‍රයාමි शिवकाम वल्लीशं ஜதி எல்லாம் எப்படி வந்தது பார்த்தீங்களா? Shivan is dancing there. You have to bring all those jatis. So a lot of thought has gone into the process of this kritis. I always feel that he must have envisaged the whole thing. Shivan dancing and then composed the Chitam Sugangadaram Nilakantaram Shikedadadikshetra Adaram Chitam Sugangadaram Nilakantaram Shikedadadikshetra Adaram Charmambaram Chidambaram Desam Sadhuram Charmambaram Chidambaram Surati Sagasra Muishwaram Vishweshwaram Surati Sagasra Munishwaram Vishweshwaram Navanita Hridayam Sadaya Guru Gugadada Madhyam Veda Vedyam Navanita Hridayam Sadaya Guru Gugadada Madhyam Veda Vedyam Vitaragina Prameya Dvaita Pradipatim Sangeeta Vadya Vinoda Tandava Jada Baudara Veda Chodyam Sangeeta Vadya Vinoda Tandava Jada Baudara Veda Chodyam pani ni sa saga januta sani ni jam tarita samagama pani magada januta magama bazani tajam tari pa magadari gina tom pani ni sa saga januta sani ni jam tarita samagama pani magada januta magama bazani jam tari pa magadari gina tom jam tari pa magadari gina tom jam tari pa magadari gina tom ananda prakasham chitesabesham ashayami shivakama felicitation. So Kedarnatha was also it's a Kshetra Mudra as well as a Raga Mudra. Dikshidhar has this penchant again of putting the Raga Mudra in various places. You must have known, no? So in a song he'll put Murdhanya Shiva. And when you mix it, it becomes Murdhanya Shiva Dhanyashi. Is the Ragam. Or Chit Bimbau Leela Vigraha. Chit Bimbau Leela Vigraha. What's the Ragam? Bauli. So he used to do this sometimes very obviously. He'll put in the Ragam Per Pote, because some of these Ragams he himself has composed and named. It is said that he has composed many kritis as janyas of Maya Madavada. We can sing one of them. Guni Janadinuta Guru Gurudaye 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 Gujari Raga Priye Vashive Guni Janadinuta Guru Gurudaye Gujari Raga Priye Vashive Guni Janadinuta Guru Gurudaye Gujari Raga Priye Vashive Guni Janadinuta Guru Gurudaye Manimaya Manimaya Bhushini Manava Bhushani Manimaya Bhushini Manava Bhushani Madhura Madhura Bhashini Manasatoshani Madhura Bhashini Manasatoshani Ganapati Bhani Bhati Shayana Vidinute Ganapati Panipati Shayanadi Turaja Padayudelari Ganapati Panipati Shayanadi Turaja Padayudelari Ganapati Panipati Shayanadi Turaja Padayudelari Sasari Gagasari Gatsariga Magari Sasari Gagasari Gatsariga Magari Sasari Gagasari Gatsariga Dada Dada Baba Magara Sasari Gagasari Gatsariga Dada Dada Baba Magara Dada Magara Magara Sari da sa pa da ni sari ga ga da ni sari ga ma pa ma sari ga pa da ma pa da ni sa da ni sa sa ga ni sa sa ma ga ni sa ni ga ma ma ga pa ga ni sa ni gu ni jana di gu ga guru gu jai raga priya shive muni jana dinoda guru goda I have not gone chronologically how he traveled here and traveled there and so on, because essentially I thought I would give a kacheri feel to the whole thing. Seems my voice is getting better. So, I've already told you that he had a very musical family and his father composed and so did. In fact, Baluswami Dikshitar is credited to having introduced the violin to classical music. How did that happen? So, there was a Manali Muthu Krishna Mudaliar, who was a great patron of music. In those days, there was no Sabha, no music academy, no kalasagaram, nothing. Music had actually come out of the temples where they used to be performed. I won't say come out of, but there were concerts happening in temples, of course. But then the evolution of the format called the Kriti, which was so embellished by the Trinity, especially by Dikshitar. I'm not going into the prosody. How a Kriti is formatted, there are so many beauties that you can note in Dikshitar's Kritis, which I will show you in a few. So, the music had to be patronized. It used to be remember, this was the British time. The British was occupying India. So, it was actually a period of relative peace. There were uprisings here and there, but by and large, there were different zamindars here and there who were paying taxes to the British, and it was basically a trade, a sort of business sort of arrangement. The British would protect the land from other enemies, from neighbors, and so on. We are not going into history, but that was the relative period of peace in the Tanjore Delta. All the stomachs were full. The granaries were full. Kaveri was abundant then. So, what better atmosphere than conducive for music? So, that was the period when a lot of music was happening here and there and being patronized by these zamindars who ate off the land. So, they used to have court musicians
And these court musicians who used to have competitions, there is a story of Shyama Shastri having a competition with Shatkala Govinda Marar and so on, and having won that competition. So you must imagine an era where music was being encouraged by these patrons. Music had not yet become a profession, in the sense how it is today. People never thought of, I'm sure Muthuswami Dikshidhar never, and the Tyagaraja is gone on record. Nidhi Sal Sugama, what's the point? But of course, they needed to be patronized. So that Manali Muthukrishna Mudaliar was one of those who invited, he was a great fan of his father, not Dikshidhar himself, but Ramaswamy Dikshidhar. So he wanted to do the Kanakabhishekam for Ramaswamy Dikshidhar and brought him to the city. Manali is a place in the north of Chennai, close to Fort St. George. And the family came all the way to, from wherever they were. I told you, they were in Tiruvarur, sometimes in Ettayapuram, sometimes traveling all around the place. Dikshidhar himself went off to Kasi. So wherever they were, they came together and came to Manali. And there was a conductor of the royal, the British fort had an orchestra or the army band. And the army band had a lot of European musicians. And Muthuswamy Dikshidhar heard all those songs of the army band. So did his brother Baluswamy. And that is how the violin got adapted to our music. It's not that such instruments did not exist earlier. We had the villiard and such instruments earlier also. But these were not in vogue. Whereas the violin had a lot of advantages, as she can vouch for. That it enhances the continuity and Seriya Bo Pota, the vocalist can take a deep breath and he can take a deep breath in between. So these advantages were there with the violin, which got adapted and is still continuing. So during this period, our versatile man got to hear a lot of these army, the band at the fort. There was Schwartz was there. And from Schwartz, he learned or observed a few of the. In fact, he has composed these a piece. There are a few. I don't remember the exact number, but there are a lot of note sahityangal. One on God Save the Queen also. Santatam pahimam Sangita Shyamale Sarvadhare Janadi Chintitartha Prade Chidrupini Shive Shri Guru Pujite Shiva Mohakare Shyamale Meenakshi Sundare Swadasakshi Shankari Guru Gugha Samudhave Shiveva Pamara Mochani Pankaja Lochani Padmasanavani Hari Lakshmi Vinute Shambhavi Shamale Rama Janardana Ravana Madana like that. இந்த மாதிரி Dikshidhar has also composed very straight. இதெல்லாம் கமக்கத்தோட பாடக்கூடாது. சக்தி சகித கணபதிம் சங்கர எல்லாம் பாடக்கூடாது. சக்தி சகித கணபதிம் சங்கராதி சேவிதம் விரக்த சகல முனிவர சுரராஜ வினுத குருகம். இந்த மாதிரி தான் பாடணும். And it is based on some of those tunes that were played in those days. They were all in the ragam Shankarabharanam. In fact, I feel Baba Black Sheep, Twinkle Twinkle Star Badala, இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி கொடுக்கலாம். I'm glad some children have come. So, these are the rasikas of the future. So, yeah, very good. You can clap for yourselves for having attended this. more in terms of, preserving our traditions and culture. And over a period, it will grow on you. That's what I feel. Anyway, more of that later. So these were all composed in Shankarabharanam. And this is the same person, same composer, who composed another Shankarabharanam.
So the composer who composed Santatam Pahimam Sangeeta Shyamale Sarvadare has also composed this beautiful Navavarnam. Shri Kamala padaya padaya shokahara chatura padaya 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 guru gugatri padaya எங்க வாத்தியார் ரொம்ப அழகா பாடுவார் இந்த பாட்டு. பட் யூ காட் டு லிசன் டு இட் லைக் திஸ். இந்த ரொம்ப சட்டிலா இருக்கும். நல்ல லாட் ஆஃப் இதெல்லாம் பாட்டு கச்சேரியில கேட்க முடியாது. ma 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 gari ga gari sani shi gama. Gama gari gama gari gama gari sani ni ni ga ga ni gama gama ni ga sa ba ma gama ma sa ma gari ga sa gari sani shi gamala ga. Vale.
magari zani shri kamala magari zani ri magari zani shri gama gamani gaza magari ni shri maga mari gaza ni sapada ni zashi sapada ni zari gama badi zani shri ni zari gama badi za pamagari zashi gama gama gari zani ni zari gama 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 gari gama gari gama gari gama gari gama gari gama gama gari zari gama gari zani zari gama
Well, Dikshidhar was a prolific composer. How much time do I have? இன்னும் எவ்வளோ நேரம் பேசலாம்? பேசிட்டே இருக்கலாம். 8:30. Good. Okay, fine. 8:30 or 8:45? That means 2 more songs. Okay, fine. So Dikshidhar was a prolific composer. He is said to have, he is credited for nearly 500. Some websites says 461. That's not the point. My Guru Rajagopal Iyer used to say, if the prosody is not accurate, like Ditiya Akshara Prasam, for example, the second letter of the Pallavi and Anupallavi has to match. Shri Kamalambika Paka Chasanadi. So if that prosody doesn't match, it is not a Dikshidhar Kriti. There might have been other songs that could have the mudra of Gurguha and so on. But unless these, and his attention to prosody was profound. You can have a separate lecture on that. Because today morning we heard Sri Ram talk about Tyagaraja Yoga Vaibhavam, Nagaraja Yoga Vaibhavam, Raja Yoga Vaibhavam, and so on. The Gopuchayati. All these beauties that Dikshidhar could bring into his kritis, he did it in full measure. Then there used to be the Adya Akshara Prasam, Kshitija Ramanam, Kshitipati. Imagine a song starting with the letter Ksha. Half the people in the world cannot pronounce Ksha. Ka plus Sha, okay? Ksha. We live in a world that cannot even pronounce Murugan. என்னோ பண்ணுவா பாஸ்போர்ட் பார்த்து என்னோ. If you have a song like Kshitija Ramanam, for example, I'll just give some glimpses. Kshitija Ramanam Chintaye Shri Ramam Bhavataranam Kshitija Ramanam Chintaye. இதுக்கு ரைமிங் Kshitipati Nada Charanam Sevaka Vibhishanam Shitibharanam Angim Shita Chintamani Magaharanam. This is the first line. You want Antyakshara Prasam? Karunarasalaye
கலி கல்மஷவிலையே எல்லாமே ஏல முடியும், லயேல முடியும். கருணாரசாலயே கலி கல்மஷவிலையே கரவித்ருத கோவலயே காரண நிலையே சரண சுவாமி கரவலயே ஸ்வர சங்கீதலயே சுருச்சிரமலயே குருகுஹோதய சதய விஜய அபய சரசமயே சரசமயே சமயே கலையே. அவருக்கு போகணும் அந்த கிளாப்ஸ் எல்லாம், நாட்டு மீஷ். பட் அனுபவிச்சு பாடணும், இதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சுன்னு பாடணும். யூ லுக் அட் திஸ் மாமாவை பட்டாபிராமா, இதே மாதிரி சாமர் தான் திரா சத்திர சாமர் பாடு. சத்திர சாமர கரத்ருத பரத லக்ஷ்மண சத்ரு எல்லாம் ரெண்டாவது அக்ஷரம் திரா எல்லாம் வரும். சத்ருக்ன விபீஷண சுக்ரீவ பிரமுகாதி சேவித அத்ரி வசிஷ்டாத்யனுக்ரஹ எல்லாமே ரா will come after. சத்ர சாமர கரத்ருத பரத லக்ஷ்மண சத்ருக்ன விபீஷண சுக்ரீவ பிரமுகாதி சேவித அத்ரி வசிஷ்டாத்யனுக்ரஹ பாத்ர தசரத புத்ர மணிரங்க வல்யாலங்கிருத நவரத்ன மண்டபே விசித்ர மணிமய சிம்ஹாசனே சீதயா ஜகசம்ஸ்தித சுச்சரித்ர பரம பவித்ர குரு குஹமித்ர பங்கஜமித்ர வம்ச சுதா புதி சந்திர மேதினி பால ராமச்சந்திரமா. எவ்வளவு திரா 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 சந்திர சத்ரு எல்லாம் நம்ம உட்காந்து 10 நாள் உட்காந்து இது இது மாதிரி ஒரு கம்போஸ் பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்படுவோம். we read anecdotes about how these people just go to a kshetram and sit there. And how does he sing? He describes Pranavakara divya vimanam Pranavakara divya vimanam மணிகுல பவரா தினமணி குல பவராக் கதையெல்லாம் இருக்கு. கணபதி சமான விஸ்வக்சேனம்னா there is a story how Ranganather was brought to Srirangam. It is not Sriranganathar இவரோட மணவாளன் இப்படியாக்கும் அப்படியாக்கும் இல்ல. Ganapati Samana Vishwasenam, because Ganapati was the person who made Vibhishanan put the Vigraham of Ranganatha in Trichy. When Vibhishana went to the river to take a bath, the Ganapati said, my hand is too heavy, I cannot hold it, and kept it down. And it didn't move from there. Sri Ranganatha became installed in Trichy, in Srirangam actually. In the Kadayalla, he brings in this. I didn't know it. When I learned the song, I didn't know all this. By some effort, because everything is in Sanskrit. He has composed mostly in Sanskrit. There are other languages, but very minimal. Manipravada. Dinamanikula Bhava Raghavaradhanam. There is a story how Raghukula இது வந்து முக்கியமான ஒரு டெய்டி. தீனமணி குல ராகவராதனம் மாம கவி தேக மூர்த்தி சாதனம் மணிமய சதனம் சசி வதனம் ஹனிபதி சயனம் சுகுண கணநத விபீஷணம் பார்த்தல விபீஷணம் மணி விபூஷணம் அகணித் எல்லாம் நான் வரும். அகணித் சுகுண கணநத விபீஷணம் கணதார கௌஸ்துபமணி விபூஷணம் குணி ஜனகிருத வேத பாராயணம் முகமுதித நாராயணம் அகணித சுகுண விபீஷணம் கணதர கௌஸ்துபமணி விபூஷணம் குணி ஜனகிருத வேத பாராயணம் குகமுதித நாராயணம் ஸ்ரீ ரங்கநாயகம் ஆவயே நாயகி மாதிரி ஒரு ராகம் அப்படி சாஃப்டா பாடணும். ஆனா எங்கதான் அந்த கிராண்டியர் வருது பார்த்தல. See, that is the beauty. அங்கங்க you should get the subtleties of. That is what I like to call as appreciation. மற்றபடி it's only enjoying. You can enjoy the music, but when you go deeper, you start appreciating. So maybe we'll finish with one song.
And again, people who know Sanskrit well will appreciate the Vibhakti Kritis, all the cases in that occur, all the 8 cases that occur in the Navavaranams, the Nilotpalamba Navavaranams. And there is a story of how his disciple Matalam Tambiyappa had stomach pain, and Dikshidhar composed a Navagraha Kriti to relieve him of the pain, and then composed all the 9 planets. These are all many stories associated with the great composers. There's a story where he was without money. GPay பண்றதுக்கு யாரும் கிடையாது. So he was in want, and his wife said, "Why don't you go and ask the Raja or some zamindar? I have promised to give you." So he said, "No, it will be provided." And so he sang this song. Pardon. Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami, Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami, Hinamanavashayam Bhajami, Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami, Hinamanavashayam Bhajami, Hiranmayim. Harivakshastalayam Harinim Janakisalayam Harivakshastalayam Harinim Janakisalayam
கமலதுத குவலயம்
மரகத மணிமய வலயம்
கமலதுத குவலயம்
மரகத மணிமய வலயம்
ஸ்வேதீபவாசினி ஸ்ரீ
கமலாம்பிகா
ஸ்வேதீபவாசினி ஸ்ரீ
கமலாம்பிகா பூத பௌய விலாசினி
பூசுர பூஜிதவரம்
பூத பௌய விலாசினி
பூசுர பூஜிதவரம் மாதரம
மாணி மாணிக்க
பரணதரம்
கீதவாத்ய சங்கீதவாத்ய வினோதினி கிரிஜாத்தாம் இந்திராம்
சங்கீதவாத்ய
வினோதினீம் கிரிஜாத்தாம் இந்திராம்
சீதகிரண நிபவரம்
शीतकिरण निभवदनं शितचिन्तामणि सरणं शीतकिरण निभवदनं शितचिन्तामणि सरणं बीदवचरणं गुरुमातुलकान्दां ललितां बीदवचरणं गुरुमातुलकान्दां ललितां लक्ष्मीं
सदा भद्रामि
இப்படி பாடினா which goddess will not bless அடுத்த நாள் போர்ட்டர் மூலமா வந்தது. போர்ட்டர்னா ஐ மீன் அந்த காலத்து போர்ட்டர் ஒரு புல்லக் கார்ட் full of provisions came to Dikshitar's house. So goes the story. But the point of the beautiful song. So I think it's time for maybe one more song. தெரியாது ஜனரஞ்சனி ராகமா? No, this is yes.
I also put in my request. My all-time favorite is Meenakshi Meyamununde. And then it's also a very important song.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. So you yeah.
Especially
This,
the
yes.
Veerosani, Pasha Moshani and the like.
Correct. It's very relevant. He brought it up because I told you that Dikshitar shed his mortal coils in I think it was Madurai, Ettayapuram. Okay. So anyway, the point is he had a vision that Madurai Meenakshi was calling him, and he remembered his guru Chidambaranatha Yogi, who said that Meenakshi will come for you. And on his 60th year, on Deepavali day, he called his disciples and told them to sing and repeat the Meena Lochani, Pasha Mochani, and shed his mortal coils. The thing is that idila Gamaka Kriyana dhaan peru varum, and you can Gamaka Kriyangiradhu
ராகத்தோட பேரு, பட் he will say வீணாவாதன தசவித கமக கிரியா. அங்கே he'll bring in the music theory. எத்தனை கமகம், 10 வகையான கமக்கங்கள், தசவித கமக்கங்கள் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு he brings in a reference. I must specifically thank the mridangist and violinist Murthy sir and for, ஏன்னா இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆடியன்ஸ் கிடைக்கிறதும் கஷ்டம். அந்த மாதிரி ஷேரிங் சம் anecdotes plus the greatness of such a great composer plus trying to sing at least partly the way I have my guru used to sing. I hope I have done a copy paste job here because we need to preserve this legacy for the next generation. So that copy pasting has to happen. And அந்த மாதிரி தான் பாடணும். கச்சேரியில் எப்படி பாடுறோமோ we have to impress the audience. But when you come to such occasions, when you feel that you should share the way these songs are composed, இந்த மாதிரி பாட்டெல்லாம் பாடுறது இல்லையா நிறைய பேர். They don't sing because when you sing such songs, the atmosphere is totally different. You have to create that sort of atmosphere.
And so the great soul passed on. I'm so glad that all of you stayed on for this program. Actually, there was a period last week on Wednesday when I thought I couldn't make it. I had to cancel another concert. I couldn't speak. My voice was that bad.
I'm so happy that despite all of you sat through, I hope I visit more often and enjoy myself here. Thank you, Kalasagaram. Avlo Panga, they played so well, Shivani and Murthy sir. Excellent.
Namaskar to all of you. I have no words to say because we have been mesmerized with this journey with Deekshita. An outstanding presentation, and as a coincidence, I just saw when the third Avarna Kriti of Navavarnam, Shankarabaranam was sung here. In Tiruvarur, in Dikshita's house, Navavarna Kritis are being sung along with Mahakumbhabhishekam. I saw it on YouTube. I was quite aghast actually how it coincides. Just now I saw. I was saying what is the feedback for our concert. Then I bumped into this. It's live now, in fact.
Oh.
So thank you very much. Thank you is a very small word. I think we should say we owe a massive debt of gratitude to you, Dr. Sundar, for giving us these insights into Srimati Swami Dikshita's journey, and we all become richer. I must also compliment Srimati J.B. Kirtana, Vidushi J.B. Kirtana for an outstanding vocal support. She again mesmerized all of us. She also took us in a way along with the journey, actually. The whole concert was rose to so heights, very, very big heights only because of Shivani and of course our own Shivani and Desa. Okay. This will linger on for us for a very long time, but this is only the beginning. We'll have much more of along with music forum. As I was telling in the morning, saying that one swallow doesn't make a summer. So we'll have many more like this, and we will get enriched by Dr. Sundar and the party from Music Forum. Thank you very much for. I will request Mr. Ravishankar Aizola to felicitate the artist, the shawl. Dr. Sundar. Okay. Thanks to all of you for being here. I know there are also other events going on in town. So despite that, all of you could make it. We are extremely grateful to you. Please do join us for dinner. Kirtana. Why did you do Kirtana? Thank you. Please join us for dinner. Our own Shivani. I also got to DSR Murthy. Vidwan DSR Murthy. Please join for dinner. It's on the ground floor.